Hi, this video is over training gamification, and my name is Janice Myers. First, I'm going to talk about the scenario that we're going to apply the training gamification to. The staff is currently not motivated to participate in the mandatory training manuals. The current methods being used are text-based manuals, traditional PowerPoint presentations, and lengthy videos. So what would be a solution to the scenario? Well, right now, the staff members are bored. They're not motivated to complete the training. They're only doing it because they have to, which means they're probably not truly learning the content of the training. So we want to make the training interactive, rewarding, and exciting for the staff members. One way that we can do this is by introducing gaming elements to the training. This is called gamification. Gamification is using game-based mechanics, aesthetics, and game thinking to engage people, motivate action, promote learning, and solve problems. We are going to take a look at these 4 elements that we're going to include in the training. Engage. Game-based elements that can be used to engage the learner are competition, storytelling/scenarios, and aesthetics. One way to include competition into the current training is to have teams that can be formed by the different departments within the staff. Those teams would work together to earn the most points, badges, or highest completion rate of the training. Storytelling/scenarios. Rather than reading the training or just clicking through PowerPoints, if you make the content into stories or scenarios, the learners will then become a part of the training. This will make it easier to apply to real life, and it will be more interesting for them to partake in. Aesthetics. People are more engaged whenever the training is aesthetically pleasing. This also goes hand in hand with the scenarios. If you use aesthetics to make a real-life office setting, then the learners are more likely to be engaged and to be able to apply it to real life. The next element we're going to look at is motivate action. Game-based elements that can be used to motivate the learner are reward structures, competition, and time limit. So reward structures can either take place within the actual training, or the learners can just be given a reward for completing the training. So within the training, they could be given points for completing levels, completing tasks, completing scenarios, or just making correct decisions. Outside of the training, they could simply just be given a reward for completing it within the given time limit. Competition works hand in hand with those reward structures. Earlier, we discussed making the departments of the staff into teams. So you could have a competition that the team that earns the most points, badges, or has the highest on-time completion rate could earn a special reward. That reward could be decided by the managers or the higher-ups. They could give them a free lunch on a Friday or an extra 30-minute break, something of their choosing, just to motivate those learners to complete the training. Time limits are always motivating because you always have to get it done within that specified time. So within the scenarios, if you implemented time limits, it would motivate the learners to pay attention and to complete the training. Promote learning. The game-based elements that can be used to promote learning are goals and levels. So providing the training with goals from the start gives the learners something to work towards. It also gives value to the information that they are learning. Levels build scaffolding for the learners. So they will build on the skills that they've learned in previous levels up until they reach the highest level and complete the training. Finally, we have solve problems. The game-based elements that can be used to solve problems are a replay feature. The replay feature gives the learner the confidence to take risks and learn from their mistakes. This definitely builds problem-solving skills if they're able to keep replaying a scenario till they can figure out the correct way to do it. That way they're not gambling with real life, they're learning it through a game than making mistakes on the company's time. So again, gamification is using those game-based mechanics that I discussed in each of these 4 elements.